Hello gorgeous queens, it's Karencita Love aka Karencita. I hope you're having a wonderful lovely day whenever you're watching this video. So I just want to show you my nails real quick because like you see the butterfly, you see this, it's so beautiful. I love it. So I have my Hello Kitty squishmallow right here, and I'm just gonna have it as an armrest because we're gonna have a discussion. We're going to do a chit chat, girly chit chat, because I actually really enjoy making these kind of videos. It's really fun, and yeah, I want to talk to you guys. So what we're going to be talking about today is how to love yourself. Okay, so that's what we're going to be discussing. So I know some of the things I'm going to be talking about are some other things that people do say all the time, like, oh, you just need to love yourself, you just need to love yourself. Like, yeah, we get it, we need to love ourselves, but like, how do you love yourself is the question, right? So that's what I'm going to be talking about here from my experience and how I was, you know, finally able to love me. Okay, let's get right into it. There is one important thing that you have to get this in your mind, and you just need to understand. Self-love is not easy. Self-love takes time, it takes effort, it takes dedication to get in a state where you just don't care what other people think of you. You don't care what people have to say. The only validation that you like want is your own validation for yourself. So that's one thing that I just want to mention real quick. And another thing when it comes to self-love is you just need to be more kind to yourself. So let me just explain this. A lot of people are very hard on themselves. For me personally, I've always been the type of person that I'm very hard on myself with everything, like task or goal that I'm trying to set for myself, and I could be very intense and just want to perfect it so much. But you have to keep this in mind, that you can't be so hard to yourself to the point where you just feel mentally drained and you just feel exhausted, because you are going to hurt yourself in the long run mentally, and you're just gonna feel depressed, you know. And what we're trying to accomplish here is how to love ourselves for ourselves, okay? And another important thing that when it comes to self-love, which is so important in the self-love journey, I'm gonna keep saying self-love a lot in this video, so yeah. Anyways, there is only one of you in this universe and this world, okay? There's only one. Maybe you might have a doppelganger, I don't know, but is she you really? Is she? No, she's not. Maybe she might have maybe some characteristics, not characteristics, maybe some looks that you guys kind of look similar, but she is not you though. No one in this world is exactly the same as any other person, not only by looks, but I'm talking about personality, your aura, your essence, and your just energy overall. Every individual in this world is completely different, and I think that's very beautiful. It's just, not that I know that's very beautiful, and it's just so unique, and I absolutely love it how everyone just has their own personality and everyone just has their own essence and their own aura. So when it comes to self-love, you have to really accept yourself for who you are, and you can't be in a mindset of like, you know, judging yourself and how you perceive yourself, and be so caught up how the world perceives you. Because if you're so worried about like what other people think of you, you're gonna do more damage to yourself overall, you know, and it's not good at all. So when it comes to self-love, you have to accept you for who you are. And when I mean accept you for who you are, is the way how you were born, the way how you are growing into this world. You need to love yourself for it, okay? And every person has different goals. Every person has other life lessons that they go through. Every person in their life journey experiences life different. So you can't be so caught up of like thinking how some person's goal or your dream is going out a certain way, and then just be so pity and think about like, you know, just think like, how come this is not happening for me? And then you get so jealous and you get so envious, because that's not a good look for yourself, and that's not pretty at all. It's very ugly to be very jealous and envious, and you don't want that for yourself, right? So I say this because self-love is honestly a whole journey, and it's gonna take you, you know, a while to get there, to fully accept you for who you are. But once you're in that mode that you just accept all of your flaws, and when I mean flaws is, you know, everyone, we have our own idea of how we perceive ourselves. So we see our beautiful qualities, and then we also see our like flaws. Even though I don't consider them as flaws, I'm just saying flaws because there are like some stuff about ourselves that we could work on, definitely, but it doesn't mean that, you know, it makes us a terrible person, because it doesn't, right? So loving yourself, you have to be there for yourself. You have to put yourself as a priority. You always have to take care of yourself, not only physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So those are 4 things when it comes to self-love that I personally do. So, you know, physically, obviously, you know, making sure that you're eating healthy, making sure you're taking your vitamins or you're working out. You know, emotionally, making sure that you're able to control your emotions and how to handle yourselves in situations, and not to avoid your emotions, because that's really bad and it's going to do more harm in the long run. And then mentally is pay attention to the types of reoccurring thoughts that you have over and over and over, and how do you feel about yourself when it comes to doing tasks, when it comes to doing daily activities, how you see yourself, and just pay attention what kind of thoughts, you know, pop up in your mind. And you have to be aware of this, because if you're not aware, over time, you know, subconsciously, you're gonna think that there's something wrong with you, and there is nothing wrong with you at all. And you know, everyone is always in their own world. We're always thinking about like, what's the next thing in life, and you know that we can't really be so caught up like, oh, what's next gonna happen. We have to be in a state of the present moment. So when you're like in the present moment, the only thing that you could focus on is just, you know, yourself, and you enjoying the present moment and experiencing life in the present moment. Because, you know, the past is the past, right? The future does not exist. You don't know what the future holds for yourself at all. So you just have to be very open-minded when it comes to self-love and just overall, because I honestly see self-love as a journey, a spiritual journey. That's how I see it. I don't know if you're spiritual or not, but for me, this channel is also about spirituality as well. And you know, in the beginning, it wasn't easy for me, and it just took a huge toll on me, because for a while I always thought like, you know, I was so caught up like, oh, why do like people not approach me or something like that, and just like kind of being so fixated what other people think of me. And then that kind of made me seem like as if there was something wrong with me, but there's nothing wrong with me at all. There is just some people, they have this essence, they have this aura about them that is filled with so much energy that some people, they can't really handle it, or they don't want to be around those types of energies, because they're too good of a person, and they're not deserving to be around a person that has a good energy, that has a good aura. So, you know, you just don't want to be so caught up of caring what other people think of you, and you just want to be there for yourself and how you feel about yourself. Because when you only focus on how you feel about yourself and you don't care what other people think, you're gonna have a lot more time to learn about yourself. And that is so beautiful, like just constantly learning about yourself and just learning in life in general. Like, it's just so beautiful. You know, we are put on this earth and we're learning different things as we go, and with every step that you take in life, you're gonna learn something from it. So I know I'm kind of rambling. I feel like I'm talking about like different things, but like I also feel like this does relate to self-love, because you know, accepting who you are is so freaking important, because you can't just like lie to yourself. And you know, let's say like you don't love yourself, right? And you're lying to yourself and you're like, yeah, I love me. But then, you know, when you're alone and you're just sitting with your thoughts, or you're just, you know, by yourself lonely, and you don't feel like you love yourself, that's because you don't accept yourself at all. And you know, no one in this world is perfect. No one will ever be perfect in this lifetime. It's literally impossible. But we could grow, we could learn, and we could accept ourselves how we are now. And if there are some qualities about yourself that you don't like, it's not something to be so hard about yourself about. Kind of see it as a way, you know, either way, with these flaws or not, I'm still beautiful, I'm still gorgeous, I'm still radiating with this beautiful aura, energy, this essence, and I could still learn. There's still ways to change yourself, there's still ways to improve yourself as a person, if you want to learn how to love yourself more. But you know, when it comes to loving yourself, that is really important, is accepting you, accepting everything about you, because then you're not going to be able to get to the next steps of truly being in love. I say in love because like I'm in love with myself, and like I'm like really obsessed with myself. Like I've gotten to the point that I used to not like myself, and I was like, what am I doing? To the point like, oh my gosh, when I see a mirror, I'm just like, I'm staring extra hard, like, oof, girl, you are beautiful, you are gorgeous. And then I start doing my daily affirmations, and then I just, you know, start hyping myself up, like, oh my gosh, girl, you are very beautiful, I love everything about you. But yeah, so keep that in mind, is always accept yourself for who you are. And yeah, so another important thing when it comes to self-love, I think I already mentioned this, is putting yourself as a priority. That's really important. And people think that self-love is selfishness, and there are those people that think, oh, you're like on a self-love journey, yeah, okay, like that's just the phase you're gonna go through. No, 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 no. Self-love is for the rest of your life, okay? Because at the end of the day, who do you have? Yourself. You only have is yourself at the end of the day, okay? You have to keep in mind that there are gonna be people that you care about, that you love, but you can't guarantee that they're gonna be in your life forever. And I know that's kind of hard to like say and just like kind of think about it, but like it's the reality. And you know, the only person that you could change and be better for yourself is yourself, okay? You can't expect other people to help you out, you can't expect other people to love you, no. So if you're expecting people, like if you're in a relationship and you don't really love yourself, your insecurities show, and it's not pretty at all. And not only that, but like for example, like let's say, you know, you've always given yourself flowers, right? So you're like on a self-love journey and you just love yourself a lot, and you know, you always make sure to pamper yourself, you take yourself out on dates, and you give yourself flowers because you love flowers, and that's a really nice gift to give to yourself. And then you end up getting in a relationship, and then you forget to love yourself again, and you're just so caught up in a relationship that you are in, and you feel like, oh well, he's supposed to buy me flowers, well, he's supposed to take me on dates because, you know, he's my boyfriend or something like that. Well, yeah, in a way that is true. Your man, your boyfriend is supposed to treat you good, or you know, whoever your significant other is supposed to treat you good, but you can't expect them to treat you the way how you want to be treated with love, okay? Because everyone's love language is different. And you know, it's very easy to lose ourselves in relationships, and then that's where we start to feel insecure, we start to feel like we're not good enough, we start to feel like, you know, what am I doing, you know, what is going on, you know? So even when you're in a relationship, you always have to still love yourself a lot, and you don't want to lose yourself in a relationship, because that is not healthy for you. And then, you know, if you guys end up breaking up, you're gonna be a whole mental wreck for like a long time because you don't love yourself. Now, yeah, obviously if you're not in your, if you break up or something like that, and it's okay to feel your emotions, it's okay to have a few days and cry and everything. But if it's like months goes by and you're still, you know, caught up on your ex, and like, you know, and you still feel like you're the person in the wrong, you feel like, I don't love myself and nothing's going for yourself, okay, what are you doing? Like, you need to pick yourself back up, and you need to be there for you, because at the end of the day, who do you have yourself? Yourself. Like, you know, who sleeps at night in your bed? You. Who gets up and brushes your teeth in the morning? You. Who does these daily activities, these daily things day to day? You. For you. And that's how it should be. You should do things for yourself. You should never do things to please other people, to seek validation. Never. None of those things. So yeah. And another thing that's really important is to have confidence within yourself. And just, yeah, like when it comes to having confidence, people say, oh, it's so easy, you know, just be confident, you know. But some people, they don't know how to be confident. And when it comes to being confident within yourself, is trusting yourself. So trusting what you have to say, where you are going, the way how you feel about yourself, and trusting that what you want and what your higher self wants is right. So that's another thing when it comes to being confident. And also when it comes to being confident is, again, I already mentioned this, but not caring what other people think. Like, who cares what people think of you? No one cares. Like, you just shouldn't care what people think, because that's not good. Be who you are and own it. Okay? Be who you are and own it. Be your authentic self. That's really important, to be, you know, how just be your authentic self. Because if you're pretending to be someone else that you're not, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, no, there's only one of you, and only one of you only. So don't do that. Like, you know, you're just so beautiful on your own. You don't need to be anyone else. You're so gorgeous, and you're just so beautiful that your aura, your energy on its own is incredible. Why would you want to be someone else when you already have you? Yeah, like, you know, I don't know if I mentioned this. See, this is why I should have wrote it down in my notebook, because I have a notebook where I write stuff down. Let me get it real quick. This is a notebook that I use to write my notes down about like different types of topics that I want to talk about. But I didn't write this down for this video because I just wanted to say what was on my mind, you know. But anyways, so yeah, when it comes to self-love, make sure to do things for yourself. Do things for yourself. Put yourself as the priority. Have confidence. Accept yourself for who you are, and if there's things, qualities, characteristics about yourself that you do want to change, you have the power to change it. Yeah, but the first, number one, and most important thing when it comes to self-love is accepting yourself for who you are, and realizing that this is who you're gonna have for the rest of your life. Okay, so, you know, don't be so hard on yourself when it comes to like the way how you think of yourself, or like the way how how you look or something like that, because you have to remember that you only have one body, one heart, one brain, one body, you know, for the rest of your life. So you have to take good care of yourself, and you know, you just have to, don't be so hard on yourself. That's just really important, because a lot of people really are hard on themselves, and I used to suffer significantly of always being hard on myself with like everything in my life. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I didn't run, you know, 5 miles or something like that, even though I don't like to run. But like Like, I can't believe I didn't get 10,000 steps, but like I got 8,000 steps. That's good enough, you know? So like, you know, like stuff like that, or like just looking at yourself like, no, no, you're not gonna be doing that. Like, don't be criticizing yourself. Don't be, you know, analyzing yourself to the point of you just don't like yourself anymore, because that's not good at all. So yeah, and I probably will make a part 2 if I have some other things that I want to talk about, but for right now this is like pretty much what I have to say. And yeah, I hope that this was like, you know, fun, you know, listening while you're doing your makeup, or you know, just wanting to click on this video. And yeah, so just remember that you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, and there's only one of you. So be nicer to yourself, be more kind to yourself, love yourself a lot more. And yeah, another thing is do daily affirmations, and have a journal. That's really good to, you know, express your feelings. And another thing that I would say that has helped a lot when it comes to self-love is shadow work, and also glamour magic. That has helped a lot too. But that was more probably towards like the end of, you know, finding and truly loving myself. But yeah, you just have to believe in yourself, you have to trust in yourself, and you just have to be there for you. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I know this video was kind of like all over the place. I should have wrote it down on my notes, but it's okay, it's okay. But anyways, yeah, so definitely like this video down below, comment and what you like to say, and subscribe down below, comments, and like this video. Okay, bye guys.